Okay, we're live. Hi, everyone who is watching us. My name is Oksana Prokhorova. I am a cohort lead in Lausanne 3 cohort, which is currently running. And I would like to introduce one of our amazing mentors, Hulya Kurt. After 32 years of experience in a multinational company, Hulya followed her passion of coaching, workshop facilitation, mentoring, and motivating. And now she's empowering employees, companies, and teenagers to move forward in their professional and private life. So, Hulya, I give you the word.
Thank you so much, Oksana, for this wonderful introduction and everyone who's watching us here. Welcome. Welcome during the lunchtime. Welcome during this 1 hour where we are going to talk about the importance as a mentor. As a mentor and plus networking. Because whatever we do is all about networking. It's all about talking to humans. And this is what we do as mentors as well. And I'm so thrilled to be part of Thrive Mentoring for Success. I believe in it. I believe that we need to support each other. And mentors are very important for success. Like coaches, mentors being more coming from the industry to listen, to give real advice and guidance. But mentors need as well what? They need support as well. We need as well as mentors and coaches and also humans to upskill ourselves. And this is our topic for today. It's about networking, the power of networking, the ingredients of networking, and how it can help you as a mentor, as a coach as well. Let's not exclude with the mentoring to put yourself aside, to be more exclusive, to be upskilling yourself, to be with like minded people. And I've got a nice quote here. And it's the quote from Melita Campbell, whom I admire a lot. She's also a business entrepreneur and she's absolutely amazing. The networking is the number one unwritten rule of success in business. Melita Campbell has quoted that actually from Sally Krawcheck, and this is true. It's absolutely true. Whether you want to have a new job, whether you are looking for a change, whether you want to acquire new skills, networking is the key. And let's think about this. Why networking in business, in mentoring, in coaching is important. Let's imagine, what do we do as humans? We are with our friends, we're sitting here at the table, we are sharing a meal, and then you're looking for a doctor. What would you do? You would ask first in your wonderful circle that you trust 150% to say, hey, you know what? I've got this problem. I'm looking for a doctor. And these people, if they don't know, they would have other people who might know and give you that reference. The same in networking. That happens in networking as well. That happens how to actually find a job. That happens how to upskill yourself. That happens to share and care and support. That's the magic of networking. And what do we need to do here is reflect on your personal brand, on your network insight. And how this is going to be is really thinking about LinkedIn. Actually, this is a yes or this is a red, right? So, is LinkedIn a good networking platform? Absolutely, it is. And it's very important that we have a good personal and professional branding there. So, how you want to come across as a mentor is very important. I mentioned in my tagline there facilitator, workshop, coach, and mentor. So, if you want to be recognized as mentors from outside, you would like to as well assist and support and share your knowledge with other people other than your immediate circle, the LinkedIn platform for professionals is a good base to use. You've got 120 characters to use in that tagline. And that's so important. And mention if you're a mentor and you love mentoring, that you are a mentor. Also mention that you are mentoring for Thrive, mentoring for success. It has a wonderful logo, gives you as well visibility, credibility, and it shows that you have some skills and that you're that you have expert. So that's one side of how to position yourself as a mentor within Thrive Mentoring for Success, but also outside your circle. Because let's face it, even companies are looking for professional mentors. Mentors who know what they're talking about, mentors in their own field. That's why, if they're looking for a mentor, they would look at your LinkedIn, see what are your expertise in your professional profile, like where have you worked? Is it the digital marketing? Is it more customer administration? Is it IT? Whatever it is, then they would see mentor and they would map the both and then also reach out to you. So this is how you would get as well business or be recognized as a professional and very good, credible mentor. What else do we have? Let's have an overview of the benefits of networking. And I have already put out some here. Why should we do networking? Why should we even bother? Networking is so difficult. And you might be an introvert rather than an extrovert, then even gets more difficult how to get out, how to be out there promoting yourself. Well, it's work. It has it in its own word. Net working. You're creating a net, but you need to work for it. It's like a spider web where you are expanding, 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 and you are occupying a big territory. And that's what we would like to see as well in you, having a great expanded network which helps you to thrive. And as mentors, it's also important to have the correct and the intentional network. So let's go back again to what are the benefits of networking? It's about gaining trust. It's also being an insider, specifically in the professional context when you're working in a company. It's important to know what's going on. But also in our circle of mentors, it's important to know what is now discussed, what are the main struggles. So it helps us in being an insider. Gaining connections all around, that's another benefit, of course. Develop your interpersonal skills, relationships, because the more you do it, the more you practice it, the more it will become a behavior. So the more you are nurturing your interpersonal relationships, the more you will be the master of developing them as well. And last but not least, it's to being visible. And that's so important, specifically now, what we have at the moment with digital marketing and everything, and with social media. It's not only LinkedIn where we need to be live. Maybe our target audience is sitting in Instagram. Maybe they're on Twitter, on TikTok, or maybe they're only on Facebook. It's up to you as a mentor to be able to position yourself in that circle where your target audience is really residing. It's sharing knowledge. What else? Sharing knowledge is so important. Sharing connections is so important. Sharing what you know with like minded people. It's the essence, it's the key for success, for being a great mentor. Also, networking helps you to position yourself, as I mentioned before, specifically in the professional context. If you're a freelancer or work as a mentor, as a professional mentor, LinkedIn, any other social media, but also being part or attending any events is important. Improve your image, increase opportunities. Any opportunity that you might have within a company to be acting as a mentor, or within your association, or maybe increase opportunity as a professional in your own company or outside your company. Let's face it, the more we are out there, the more people will know us, the more people will trust us, and they will believe in us. Otherwise, how would they know what you're capable of? And take any kind of opportunity to speak, to be part of panel discussions, to post as well, to get visibility about your wonderful skills. So, what do we have as networking? We've got three types of networking, and I would like to cover them a bit. It's strategic, it's operational, and it's developmental. So, three. And when we do networking, it's important that we do as well intentional networking. So let's go into the strategic one. And the strategic one is really the one which you do with people who are you're not immediately acquainted or have a relationship with. Specifically in an organization, that's the case. They might be located in different functions. For us as mentors, they might be in different areas, they might be even coaches. But these type of networks help you to understand better what's going on. What's going on in the corporate world? What's going on in the world of mentors? If we don't share with each other, how would we know? The same with coaches, and if you have that as a profession or you do it as a side hustle, still, sometimes we are facing challenges. And that's why it's good to have some people who can assist you in having a broader view, having this wonderful helicopter view, where they can look at everything. And then you can connect with these strategic connections to understand better what's going on. Or operational. Operational is actually the day to day. So if you are a professional worker, right, and you have a manager, that's your operational connection. That's your operational network. Peers are your operational network. In terms of mentoring or mentors, it might be your immediate circle of mentors that you know. And these are important people because you face the same challenges and struggles. So it's great to have them in your close network. And then we've got the developmental one. It's more leisure. That could be hiking, that could be a running club, book club, whatever you're interested, traveling. And there you have got as well alumni, maybe from your university, from your school, is also a very important network for you to position yourself as a mentor, to show and exhibit, demonstrate your skills, that you gain even more visibility, more credibility that you have already, because it's all about constant working on yourself. So yeah, agreed. I've got some questions there. Absolutely. Just go over there and let's see what we have else. Networking benefits as a mentor. Mentoring is in the middle, but we've got many little aspects. And what is it? It's sharing knowledge, of course. How can we support each other as a mentor? Yeah, maybe we have a wonderful, interesting case, and whereby you necessarily don't know exactly how to react. You might share it with like minded people, with your mentors, with your peers, with your friends. Your friends are actually your co workers as mentors. It's very important. Otherwise, how are we going to find solutions like mastermind groups? And it helps you to upskill yourself, because you know what, we always have a saying in Turkish, is like one hand knows more than the other. We don't know everything. Let's face it, we don't know everything. We know a lot as a person, as a human, but we don't know as much as the others might know, maybe, or what they know will complement with what we are knowing already. So upskilling is important. And even within the mentor circle, what you could do, and this is what's important, is to share connections, share the resources. Maybe we have read a wonderful book. We would like to promote, we would like to recommend that. Hey, mentors, this is a great book. Let's read that. Same as well can be translated into the professional context and the coaching context, because it's not only about mentors, but here we specifically target them. Share challenges, as I discussed and already talked before, learn from each other, which is so important because experience talks. If I hear a story, a real story from someone, from a mentor, from a peer, I'm getting more into saying, oh, that's interesting. I'm more into inclining, like adopting that new way of thinking, maybe, or the solution that she provided. Because we can't know everything. So we need to surround ourselves with like minded people to be always on top of the ball game. And B will allow us as well to be on the latest standards because that's so important. That's ethics of coaching as well. And I had a YouTube on that, YouTube. I had a webinar on that as well. Ethics on coaching. As a mentor, we are obliged even, and we are encouraged to to be always on the latest standards. And how would you do that? To be on the latest standards. It's about reading, it's about attending webinars, workshops, sharing with like minded people, attending any on site events, attending any kind of learnings. And this is our responsibility towards our mentees to be on the latest standards. Also, what's going on in some industries, maybe. Why? Because as a mentor, I'm coming from the industry of corporates, for example. And I know there are many redundancies. And when there are many redundancy, how are you managing that? That's not easy. I went through the same. So mentors to share, to read articles, blog posts is our AZ, it's our Bible to be always on the latest what's going on. Also, how to question, maybe an interesting questioning skills about knowing what's going on in the world. And also, as a mentor, from a mentor relationship, we also learn from the mentee. So it's a wonderful thing that to be with like minded people and practice. Because mentoring, to be a mentor, is not only that you do it once in a 6 months. If you do that, you're getting out of practice. Let's think about how you learn driving, right? You are in the driving seat, and then it's your first driving hour. Let's say you got already your exam done, and the very first time you're in the car and you're driving. Oh my God, that was amazing, that experience. I found like, oh my God, can I do this? Where was the gear again? Where was everything? You get confused. But the more I was practicing, the more I was actually driving the car, the more it became a behavior. And it's the same with any skill that you want to adopt. Thumb of rules. If you want to adopt any skill, it needs repetition, repetition, repetition. The same with anything that we do. How do you think you got to the level where you are now in your professional life, in your personal life without practicing? The same for mentors. It's our obligation and our recommendation to any mentors to practice. And how can you practice the best? Well, it's about having your mentor circle, having like minded people. And in a mentoring or coaching context as well, we always form buddies. And what we do with the buddies, it's like I'm mentoring that person and the other person mentors me, and we provide feedback to each other. This is the beauty of networking. The more mentors you know, the more you can get advice, the more you can practice, because practice makes the master. Also, determination leads to success, because the more focus you put on it, the energy flows in there, and you will become the master of mentoring, plus as well networking. So here we are with this wonderful, action plan for you to think about how you would like to position yourself as a mentor. There is a lot that you can do. These are food for thoughts. What small thing you are going to do as a mentor? When and how are you going to do it? These are actually also coaching questions, plus as well mentoring questions. Who and what can help you to achieve it? So think about who can help you with this. What could get in your way? And how are you going to overcome those obstacles if they're getting in their way? And we are talking about what? We're talking about networking. Networking as a mentor, as a person, as a human. How can you get an action plan where you're going to do networking, intentionally networking? The power is immense, specifically also not on site face to face, but offline. So, how would you do? And I would like to go back again to the slide where we're talking about networking offline, meaning digital networking. Because let's face it, we are sitting in our room, we are working from corporates, and sometimes we can't even join any face-to-face events. But technology is very nicely handy here. We can use the technology in our advantage. And how would we do that? Is the following. You go on LinkedIn. LinkedIn, again, why do I always say LinkedIn? Because LinkedIn is the professional network. Again, if you are more active on Instagram, please use Instagram or Facebook. But as a mentor, I would advise to be as well on LinkedIn because it's a professional context. And how can you find mentors? How can you find like minded people? In LinkedIn, you can go under jobs, the search criteria, type in mentor, and even give in the area that you're looking for. And you will see people who have got the same word, the same tagline in their either about us section or at the 120 character section. And this is how you can connect with like minded people. And don't think that they're not going to respond. They do. And you are adding, not only you're sending a connection request, you are adding as well something else. You're adding a nice wording. And the wording would be like, hello, LinkedIn, let's say that, LinkedIn proposed me to connect with you. So I'm hoping that you're open for connection. That's it, easy peasy. And from there, you can start connecting. I'm sure the other person will be responding. And then once they respond, you are starting to get into a conversation. And you can even ask for meeting over Zoom or face to face if you feel comfortable. And that will increase as well your outreach, your experience, as well as your professional standards, everything together. It's a whole combination. So this is how you can do offsite networking. What else is important for us as mentors to network? Why should we do this? What is the compelling reason as a mentor to do networking? Honestly, this is what we do already in Thrive Mentoring for Success. We always get together once in a while, see each other, get each other updated, and meet as well with our mentees. And sometimes we do reverse mentorship as well. Like the mentee is mentoring the mentor, which is even much more exciting. I tell you, you should definitely experience that in a professional context as well. And I'm sure you have everywhere reverse mentoring. And why it works? Because it works because the mentee is normally could be a younger, older, or same age, but has a different perspective. And this is what we learn as a mentor, even. We enrich ourselves. And what else do we do at Thrive Mentoring for Success? Yes, we meet once a quarter, face to face, in a nice place, cafe, restaurant, but we also have regular events. And this is, as a mentor, very important. Pick out the events which are relevant for you. That could be under Thriving Mentoring for Success, but that could be as well under other platforms. For example, it could be under expat platforms. It could be under whatever, any leisure platforms as well. There you can look for mentees for yourself. What else do we have? Why is that important for as a mentor to network? We touched base on some communities. What else do we want to achieve to network with the mentoring? because we are going to help other people. The more we can outreach, the more we can actually help people. Help people to find their way, help people to be up to speed, help people to guide. Oh, and what you're sharing. Thank you so much, Okshana. I love your comment. Thank you very much. Yeah, it's not easy, I know, as an introvert to go out, but to try it is great. And you can try it as let me go back to how you can, as an introvert, actually network. First, it's very difficult, but you know what? The people that you see in this networking circle are humans as well. And they might be looking as well very lost. Yeah? It's happening. And then if you're at the event and after the event we have got a cocktail, you can take a glass of whatever drink and then see who's around and who looks a bit as well lonely. And you can go to that person and say, "Hi, how did you find the presentation?" That's a good chit chat that you can start with, because you are there for a reason. You're there to listen, but you're also there to network. And as a mentor, it's important for us to network when we're going to an event as well. The more we know people, the more we can connect and refer as well our mentees to different positions, to connect with other people who are in a business which is apparently maybe very relevant for the mentee. So the more resources we have, the more we can play around, the more we have got a great toolbox that we can tap into at any time we need. Let's go back to the networking role scenario. Then you start the chit chat and ask questions. People love to speak about themselves. And as a mentor, you're great in asking questions. So that's in our DNA. So you start questions about, oh, where are you coming from? What was the reason you actually attending this webinar? What is happening here? What did you like the most? Wow, what about the speaker? And then you can start breaking the ice. It's about breaking the ice, nothing more, nothing less. And it's easy. It's not complicated. And you know what? You can set yourself a target if you're an introvert to say, today I'm going to be in an event and my commitment is to myself to meet one person who's not in my immediate circle. And you do that. So it's again coming back to the action plan. You know what? When watching this is great, we feel energized, we feel motivated. We say, oh, this is great, good ideas. But do we put them into plan? Do we put them into planning? Well, sometimes we don't. And normally, and I know certainly to 80%, we forget the remainder as well. So it's great to remind ourselves, taking notes and saying, that's my first step. That's the commitment to myself, the pledge to myself to take action, to get a bit out of my little cocoon, to be outside a bit more as a mentor, to actually praise myself, be proud of that you're a mentor. Be proud and show it to the world that you are there for them to share, that you're there for them to support. That's the power of networking. And when you have done the networking, the very important thing is, if it's offsite, let's say face to face, to connect digitally. I know you can share business cards, that's also very given, but at the end of the day, the business card gets lost or thrown away, or we don't know where we met this person. So it's great to either immediately connect, and that's what I'm doing as a best practice when I meet someone new. Everyone has got their phone with them, right? So you've got your phone, wonderful cell phone. It's always with you. It's like your wonderful wallet. You open immediately, say, oh, can we connect over LinkedIn? And to 99%, everyone says yes. So everyone connects. Then you can send a note and you have connected digitally as well. And it's important to increase your networking digitally. So this is how the networking circle starts. And you're the one to make the first step sometimes. But it's not only about making the connection only. It's also about nurturing it, maintaining it. Because you've done the connection and then don't do anything, then what's the point? Do you need to connect and always be in contact with your 2000 contacts plus all the time? No. But what you can do to nurture is very easy, because LinkedIn has got as well this wonderful, feature, which is reminding you about birthdays plus as well work anniversaries. This is how you know where your connection is at the moment. And I take that opportunity first thing in the morning to check my LinkedIn to see who has got what. Did they change jobs? Have they been promoted? Are they on a different project? Do they have birthdays? Because it gives you under the notification field, if you click on that, there is a number. You see what is happening in their lives, and you can be part of their lives. And let's think about, these are humans. If you are congratulating them for their birthday, they will love it. Don't think this is a personal thing. Even as human super professionals, they love to be congratulated on their birthdays. So do the same. You love as well to get congratulations on a professional level, not only on Facebook. And this is how you maintain and nurture as well your network, to be always in contact from time to time. If you remember someone had an idea about, let's say, what shall I say, health coach, and you parasa read a book and you remember that person, share that. Share that with that person on LinkedIn. That gives you even more credibility as a mentor. And this person might refer you to other people. And that's what we want as mentors. We want to really be out there. If mentoring is one of your professions, or as something that you are doing pro bono. It really depends where you are in this. But it's really important that in each profession, everyone has got a mentor, outside or inside the company. And you, as mentors, do have as well the possibility to promote yourself out there. And that happens only with networking. And if you think in a professional context, how would you go into companies as a mentor? It's very difficult, right? It's not easy. And if you're specifically an external person, okay, in each company we have got mentor programs. But sometimes it's great to have an external view. You might call this as well as a coach. But here I'm separating and distinguishing between coach and mentor. The coach does not necessarily to be from the same background, from the same profession, etc. The coach can be coming from a different, complete different background. And a coach does not really guide you as such, giving you concrete advice. A coach is guiding you, but with open questions. A coach is an expert in asking open questions. The mentor is more on the side of the industry, the profession, and then can be utilized in an external resource to the people within the company who are pursuing that profession. And that will help as well in companies to have an external view. An external view which is really top notch to the profession that they're looking for. For example, banking industry. Banking industry as a trader, and you were thinking to buddy up some people. You can do that in the company, yes, but having someone from outside like a mentor buddying up is a different story. That helps the mentee to even see more, open up their how shall we say, the angle more, the blind spots, exactly the blind spots, because we have blind spots. And that's normal that we have blind spots, because we are so in our profession that we can't see right, left, center anymore, because we are so much in it. So a good thing is for call out to companies as well to hire mentors having the same, coming from the same profession, to help their employees to even perform better, to thrive. Because this is the main thing, to thrive. So at this point, we are live and I'm talking about 35 minutes already, more or less. Any questions that we have from the audience, I would like to check in. Anything that you're curious about to know more? Networking and mentoring, that would be really nice. Let's see. I see Okshana is on the screen. Hi, Okshana. You're on mute.
Sorry, I just wanted to say that it has been amazing so far. So I love everything that you share. I definitely know what I'm going to do to improve my networking. So sounds like a nice action plan. Thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome, Okshana. If it helps you, that's really important. Yes, and thanks for taking off the slide deck because this is where we are at the moment, and this is concluding my presentation as well on networking and mentoring and how powerful it is. So we don't have any questions from the audience, as far as I could say, but that's absolutely fine. We don't need to always be 1 hour speaking, because people, humans, professionals, time is precious. And if time is gone, it's gone. So that's why we're going to give a bit more back to you, but think about how you can use your networking skills, your mentoring skills, combine it to be out there as a person, as a mentor, to be even assisting more, thriving more people, supporting people to thrive in their profession. Because what we do as mentors, and I'm a passionate mentor. I'm a passionate coach as well. I love what I'm doing. It's so rewarding to see people to take the next step that you feel, yeah, this is it. And you know what? 1,000 miles are conquered with the first step. Whatever you do, it doesn't matter.
Oh yeah.
How big, how small, who cares? It's for you, right? It's for
And
you
every
to
step
do.
is the first step.
Yeah. The first little one, you do that, it's great. And we continue, then we do another step and we don't give up. It's like baby steps that we take. And
Exactly.
how do babies learn walking? Oh my God, they're falling, I don't know how many times. I mean, all the mothers would see their babies like falling all the time. And at the end, they learn how to walk. That's how we do as well. This is how you adopt a new style. This is adopt as a mentor and as networking. So, with that, Okshana, I'm really happy that I had this opportunity to talk to the audience. That's me talking and finishing the wonderful conversation.
It was wonderful to have you speaking for us, and I'm sure this webinar is going to be replayed hundreds and thousands of times. So it's super useful knowledge. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you. No, thank you so much and for the opportunity. And the audience, have a wonderful afternoon.
Have a wonderful afternoon, everyone.
Thank you.